In a world where most scientists appeared polished and proper, Einstein seemed like a man from another planet. His hair was wild, untamed, like his thoughts. His clothes were wrinkled, mismatched, almost careless. Yet when he walked into a lecture hall, silence followed him, not because of his appearance, but because behind those wandering eyes, a universe was waiting to be explained. He proved that brilliance did not need a suit, only courage to think differently. Many scientists of his time lived for medals, titles, and recognition. They stood proudly in the halls of academies, basking in applause. Einstein, however, often rejected honors. He once confessed that fame made him uncomfortable, that glory distracted from truth. "Try not to become a man of success," he said, "but rather a man of value." And in those words, he revealed the difference. Others wanted to be remembered, Einstein wanted to matter. Where most scientists locked themselves inside laboratories, chained to rigid routines, Einstein lived in rhythms of his own. When equations grew stubborn, he reached for his violin, letting music untangle the knots of thought. When answers seemed far away, he wandered through quiet streets, walking slowly, imagining light racing across the cosmos. For him, science was not work, it was play, it was art, it was the poetry of the universe. In an age when nationalism and war consumed the minds of many, countless scientists served their governments in silence. But Einstein raised his voice. He spoke against fascism, racism, and blind obedience. He fled a Germany sinking into tyranny, yet carried with him the courage to confront injustice anywhere. Later, when nuclear power threatened humanity, he warned of its danger and demanded peace. To him, science without conscience was not progress, it was destruction. Some of his colleagues were known for cold detachment, their brilliance hidden behind walls of arrogance. Einstein was the opposite. He was playful, warm, almost childlike. He laughed often, joked freely, and treated strangers with the same kindness as close friends. Reporters loved him because he made even the most complex ideas sound human. To students, he was not just a teacher, he was proof that wisdom could wear a smile. History remembers most scientists for their formulas, their discoveries, their inventions. Einstein is remembered for more, for a shock of white hair, for a violin under his chin, for a smile that softened the hardest rooms, for a conscience that spoke louder than equations. He taught us that true genius is not only the ability to understand the universe, but the ability to remind humanity of its soul.